Mike Cobra King Tour versus Mizuno JPX Irons.
Two absolute beauties that honestly look almost identical on paper. But hey, if you're a weekend golfer, you're probably pulling your hair out right now, trying to figure out which one actually belongs in your bag.
Right, and the answer definitely isn't obvious. Plus, getting it wrong, that's going to cost you strokes and, let's be real, a lot of cash.
We're not going to spoil the winner just yet, because it completely depends on a few really specific hidden details.
Welcome back to Golf Gear Showdown, where we compare golf gear side by side so you can make the absolute smartest buying decision for your game. So why are golfers constantly comparing these two specific clubs?
Okay, picture this. You're standing in the golf shop, staring at the rack. Both of these are forged players' irons, aimed at better than beginner golfers. And man, the marketing departments are just working overtime, making both sound like they'll magically fix any mid-handicapper shooting in the 80s or 90s.
But the reality, they take totally different approaches. Looking at this Cobra King Tour, you can clearly see it leans compact. It's workable. The Mizuno, on the other hand, adds a little more forgiveness, but without looking like a total shovel. And remember, we make these judgments strictly based on design intent, not some cherry-picked launch monitor claims from a pristine indoor bay.
Exactly. Buying based on marketing hype instead of your actual, everyday swing just leaves you frustrated on the course, seriously regretting that credit card swipe. We see guys get stuck in this exact trap literally every single weekend.
Oh, and stick around for round 3, by the way. What we reveal about accuracy usually shocks a lot of weekend warriors. We are judging both sets across 6 brutal categories today. 1, distance and performance. 2, forgiveness. 3, accuracy and control. 4, feel and confidence. 5, price and value. And 6, best fit by golfer. Let's get right into it. All right, let's dive straight into the battle. Round 1, distance and performance. Digging into the engineering specs here, the Cobra King Tour Irons are built with a slightly thinner face right in the center, alongside a more traditional loft setup. That specific design generates noticeably more ball speed and these beautiful penetrating launch angles on pure strikes compared to the Mizuno JPX. Plus, the sole design offers incredibly crisp turf interaction for steep angles of attack.
Okay, hold up, Mike. That's all great on a spreadsheet, man. But how often is the average 15 handicapper actually finding the exact dead center of the club face, or taking this perfect dollar bill divot? Come on, mostly we're just trying not to fat it straight into the pond.
Well, fair point, Jake. But based purely on ceiling performance and optimized strike mechanics, Cobra undeniably has the edge here.
All right, I'll give you that one. Round 1 winner is definitively the Cobra King Tour Irons, but strictly if you are making solid center contact most of the time.
That transitions us perfectly right into round 2, forgiveness. Now this is where things get really interesting for the everyday player. When you compare the profiles side by side, the Mizuno JPX Irons have a noticeably larger overall head. You get more perimeter weighting and a slightly wider sole. That extra mass, it helps keep your shot straighter and longer when you inevitably strike it off the toe or the heel.
Right, and contrast that with the Cobra. The head is significantly smaller, much more compact. So, mishits are going to lose ball speed and veer off direction a whole lot faster.
Exactly. A 15 handicap swing desperately needs a club that hides flaws, not one that highlights them. Average golfers are going to see drastically fewer big misses with the JPX. Round 2 definitively goes to Mizuno. So we're 2 rounds in, and it's completely tied up. But before we break the tie, ask yourself this. What do most golfers actually misunderstand about iron accuracy?
Honestly, people confuse forgiveness with accuracy all the time. They are not the same thing. What round 3 reveals completely flips how you should think about targeting your next pin.
Let's settle this right now in round 3, accuracy and control. You see, accuracy means wildly different things depending on your skill level. As you can see with the Cobra King Tour, it features a narrower sole and less offset. For shot makers, that design gives you a much better ability to flight the ball and shape it exactly how you want into really tight pins.
Yeah, I completely disagree for the average player though, Mike. The Mizuno JPX sits a little more square at address and offers this built-in help keeping the club face stable through impact. It is basically point and shoot. Most guys out there, they don't want to shape a high draw around a tree. They just want the ball to go straight where they aimed.
Okay, I see your angle. If you actively want to work the ball, Cobra gives you the absolute control you need to pull it off.
But if you just want pure reliability on a typical, slightly flawed swing, JPX keeps things consistent.
We have to call this a split decision then. Cobra King Tour takes it for shot makers, while Mizuno JPX wins for mid-handicappers craving simple, everyday reliability. Moving on to a heavily debated category, round 4, feel and confidence. Look, golf is intensely psychological. Both of these sets are forged, but the feedback is incredibly different. The Cobra King Tour delivers a very direct, crisp feel. You know instantly when you didn't catch it pure.
And some guys absolutely love that instant, honest feedback.
Sure, but common feedback suggests the Mizuno JPX feels just a touch softer. It's slightly muted on those off-center hits. For a lot of golfers, that softer feedback is highly confidence-inspiring, mainly because it doesn't sting your hands or, completely shatter your ego on a cold morning.
Yeah, feel is just too subjective to put a hard number on. This round is a dead tie, based entirely on what you prefer looking down at when you address the ball. Cobra wins for the purists, and Mizuno wins for the nervous strikers.
All right, let's talk about your hard-earned money. Round 5, price and value. But before we crown a winner here, are you missing the absolute smartest shopper move you can make?
Seriously, so many guys throw away hundreds of dollars simply because they completely ignore one specific buying strategy when hunting for premium irons.
Here is the real deal. Brand new, both of these sets sit in a very similar premium price range. Neither is a clear bargain right off the rack.
But on the used market, man, that's a whole different story.
Exactly. The Cobra King Tour usually holds its value tightly because it's positioned as a traditional, sought-after player's iron. The Mizuno JPX, on the other hand, tends to be much easier to find at a decent discount maybe a year or two after release. Most golfers report finding lightly used sets for an absolute steal.
If you are willing to shop previous year models or gently hit sets, Mizuno gives you vastly more forgiveness per dollar.
The used market advantage is undeniable here. Round 5 winner for value is definitively the Mizuno JPX. If you're still on the fence, pay close attention because your handicap is about to make this decision for you. Round 6, best fit by golfer. Let's hit this rapid fire. Beginners and high handicappers, look elsewhere entirely. Neither iron is built for maximum help.
Mid-handicappers, Mizuno JPX gives you forgiveness without totally sacrificing control.
Low handicap fast swingers, Cobra King Tour all day for that compact head and workability.
What about seniors or slower swingers?
The JPX typically yields more consistent results and really helps get the ball airborne.
Slicers?
JPX again for that stable face.
Budget buyers, we already know JPX wins on the used market.
Pure forgiveness seekers, Mizuno JPX is your clear winner.
And distance seekers who actually hit the center consistently, Cobra takes that crown.
I need to step in here really quick because I see guys do this every single weekend. The absolute biggest buying mistake you can make is grabbing the Cobra King Tour simply because you want to play like the better players you watch on TV on Sundays. Look, playing a tour-level iron when you don't have a tour-level swing usually ends with massive frustration on mishits and a completely destroyed scorecard. The smarter move? Matching your iron choice to how often you actually strike the center of the face, rather than feeding your ego. Let's lay out the brutal, honest pros and cons for both with absolutely zero brand protection. Cobra King Tour Pros. You get excellent feedback, incredible workability, and just a beautifully clean look. The cons for Cobra? They are significantly less forgiving on mishits. The sweet spot is smaller. If your contact isn't pure, they will absolutely let you know it. Now for the Mizuno JPX Pros. They are noticeably more forgiving, incredibly stable on off-center strikes, and they deliver very reliable distance all across the face. JPX cons, though, you do lose some ability to intentionally shape your shots. Plus, the head is undeniably larger than a pure blade, which visually bothers some traditionalists. Time for the final verdicts. Best overall for the mid-handicapper? Mizuno JPX.
Beginners and high handicaps? Neither. Go buy super game improvement irons.
Best for pure forgiveness and seniors? Mizuno JPX.
Best for distance and low handicap shot makers? Cobra King Tour.
Best value on the used market? Mizuno JPX.
And if you have no budget limit and strike it pure, Cobra King Tour takes it. Bottom line, skip the Cobra if you are still fighting big, unpredictable misses on your approach shots. Pick your weapon based on the reality of your swing, not your imagination.
So, looking at these options, which irons actually belong in your bag? Drop your current handicap and your final pick in the comments below right now. Next week, we are putting the TaylorMade P790 up against the Titleist T200 in a battle of the hollow body titans, and you will not want to miss the data we uncovered. If this head-to-head helped you out, hit that subscribe button for more Golf Gear Showdown battles that actually tell you what makes sense for your game. But ask yourself before your next tee time, are you buying irons for the golfer you are or the golfer you pretend to be?